So let's do that. All right. Here we go, everyone. We've got our whole crew coming in. Amazing to see everybody jumping in right now. If there's people that should be here, go and get them. Make sure, Rob, go and grab Julie. Make sure you've got everybody coming in. Guys, we've got an amazing group of people coming in. Charlie's here, Daniel's here, Dave Smith's here, Hisham's here. Who else have we got? Jamie, Michael, Nate, Rob Tolshard's in the house. So many people jumping in. Jerry's just joining us. So great, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Today is going to be nothing short of exceptional. One of our favorite people in the space, a person who has created more sales, more revenue, more opportunity than any other single individual that I can name, joining us for part 2 of our training on how to sell Go High Level, how to sell White Label Suite, for $5,000 a month, none of this kind of $197 stuff. Our special guest this morning is an incredible trainer, somebody who's built agencies, somebody who's built 7-figure agencies and sold a whole bunch of them. How many have you sold now, John? Is it 2 or 3? Three that you've sold. Amazing. So you've built 7-figure agencies and sold them and just keep on.
8 and 9 figure.
8 and 9-figure agencies. My apologies. Let's check an extra 0 on the back end of that. Amazing. So guys, if you'd like to learn how to do that, how do you do that? How do you create so much revenue that you can hit that 8 and 9-figure mark, exit successfully, and do it again and again and again? That tells me it's not luck. It's an absolute formula, and it's something that anyone can do by following some simple steps. So we have incredible testimonials from our members, from our White Label Suite members that have gone through the system that John outlines and have succeeded in with incredible numbers. We've seen people who have closed $25,000 deals. We've seen people who have had $75,000 months. And I think, John, you've created, if I'm not mistaken, you created up to 160,000 recurring revenue in 90 days. Is that correct, or are my numbers off?
Yeah, you're right. We're right now at month 11, and we are at 361,000 recurring
after 11 months. After 11 months in an agency, 360,000 recurring revenue in monthly recurring revenue. So, guys, are you in the right room? If you're here to make money, if you're here to succeed with GHL, White Label Suite, and the opportunities that are in front of you, you are 100% in the right room. So thanks everybody for joining me. My name's Walt. I'm one of the co-founders of White Label Suite. We have our incredible trainer, Mr. John Logar, on the call with us. If you're here to make money, if you're here to find out how to get this thing working, grab your pen and paper, switch off your Facebook, put your phone on silent, and put it in another room just for the next 45 minutes, because you're going to need to pay attention to what's going on here. I love this guy. He's an incredible mentor, motivator, instigator, implementer. And it is my huge, huge, huge pleasure to hand over the mic to Mr. John Logar. John, thank you so much for giving us your time again, my friend.
Thanks, Walt. Always a pleasure. So for those who weren't on last week's session, this is kind of a bit of a session 2, but I want to make this as pragmatic as possible. I've literally just landed in Austin, Texas, flew over from Coolangatta, the Gold Coast. Took me 24 hours to get door to door. So I'm a little bit shabby. However, I do have my Topo Chico here. That'll keep me going. But I want to kind of cover a couple of things, because for me, being practical, pragmatic, and doing the things that we're learning are more important than just consuming and learning stuff, right? I found that when I've consumed and not taken action on the things I've consumed, I've become a knowledgeable derelict. That means I'm super, super smart, but I'm actually super dumb because I actually did nothing with my smarts, right? So I don't want that to happen to you. One of the things that I will encourage you to do is to participate through this process and apply what I'm teaching you. And I'm actually going to give you a couple of offers that you can run with White Label Suite as an offer, as a central offer to the marketplace, and to get that out as quickly as possible and to generate 6, 10, 15, 20 grand in the next 3 weeks, right? Next 3 weeks, 1, 2, 3, 10 to 15,000, 10 to 20,000 next 3 weeks. All very doable. I've had people who started our programs and done that in the first week, in 1 week, right? So you get 3 weeks, so you get a lot more time to do this in. So a couple of things. There's a lot of, when we're starting out, there's lots of uncertainty, right? We're not clear about our offer. We're not clear about our, who our target market is. We're not clear. There's a lot of unclarity. When we have unclarity, we tend to have a level of uncertainty. When we have uncertainty, we lack confidence. We lack the confidence to go and explain, to share what we do. This will stifle and kill your growth, right? So I want to hopefully enable you to shift your mindset just for a moment to understand that you have something very valuable to offer the marketplace. And one of the things that can hold us back sometimes is the curse of familiarity of our environment. So what I mean by that is generally what I see when you are hanging around in communities, people will basically look at each other and they start to copy each other in terms of what they do. So naturally, with things like Go High Level and things like White Label Suite, because you purchase the service at a certain fee, you think that you should be selling the service at a slightly similar fee to the marketplace. There could be nothing further from the truth. I have people, in fact, one of my people, Tim Hyde, just closed a Go High Level integration with White Label Suite for $180,000. I'm going to say that again. A White Label Suite integration and a Go High Level integration for $180,000 with a $60,000 deposit upfront.
Wow. That's
Right?
incredible. So that's the
Yeah.
same system that we all have on this call.
Yep.
That's amazing. That's
But
absolutely
here's the
incredible.
kicker. He just closed 2 deals like that.
Wow.
$360,000. 2 clients. White Label
Incredible.
Suite and Go High Level. Right. So
Amazing.
that just gives you perspective of what's possible. Right. In my former life, one of my agencies, we used to do integrations for a product called Marketo, which is essentially a fairly high-level CRM. Our clients used to pay us up to $100,000 a month to integrate Marketo. Now, here's the kicker. Marketo doesn't have half of what Go High Level does in terms of capability, right? It's a great CRM, great enterprise product, fantastic for large companies. But from a marketing point of view, it doesn't have half of what you can get through Go High Level, right? So I want you to help you understand. And this is by no means anybody that's doing SaaS, by all means, sell your SaaS, $97 a month, $297 a month. Go and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in advertising and marketing, build an audience of thousands of people, do lots of trials, do lots of churning, build a SaaS business very successfully, learn the game, and you can create a fantastic and very successful software company without being an engineer or a coder. I'm not saying that that's not the right path to go down. It is a path, right? It is a path. I have been down that path a few times, building my own softwares and using things like white label products. And it's worked okay, but I always found that it's a game of, you're playing a game of numbers, right? So what I want to talk about is selling what you do at a much higher price point, a more uncomfortable price point for you. Now, let me explain why it's uncomfortable. Because you're not a software engineer. You're not a coder, right? You're going to use people with skills to actually set things up for you. You shouldn't be doing this setup and you shouldn't be learning how to do this setup. This is the biggest mistake that most people make, is they spend too much time learning how to do this stuff and not making any money whatsoever. There are 2 people in this world. There are the do's and the ducks. The ducks basically have to get everything ready. Got to get my landing page ready. Got to get my email, my cold email warmed up and running. I've got to get my sales script. I've got to get my service and packages all together. Perfect. I've got to get my offer, my onboarding process, who and how we're going to set this up. I've got to do all that. And you're going to do that for 6 to 9 months and not make any money. Right? Now, there's nothing wrong with being a duck. Being a duck, got to get some stuff. Everybody's got to do the bits and pieces. However, I was hanging out with Alex and Layla Hormozy. Don't know if anybody knows who that is. So 2 weeks ago, I was in Vegas and I was hanging out with them for about 4 days. And we had this conversation about the do's and the ducks, right? And in this conversation, I said, in your experience, Alex, tell me about the ducks, right? And he says, the ducks always fail. The ducks are the least likely to succeed in business because by the time you get everything ready, either you have not built what the market wants because you don't know, you haven't had a conversation with the customer, right? Or the market's moved on. By the time you get everything ready for what you think is what the market will buy or what the market will bear, things have changed. right? The fastest way to learn is to sell what you're building and build it as you go along. So you've got to jump out of the plane without a parachute and you build your parachute on the way down, right? Those businesses, the do's, generate the fastest results. So let me share a couple of do's for you. There's a guy called Anthony in White Label Suite Unleashed. He was very much a duck. He was an engineer. I've got to get everything ready, all the things right, blah, blah. And I said, look, Anthony, you know what the product is. You can figure out the setup, but let's go and sell it to a client first, right? So I said, this is what you're going to do. You're going to do a $5,000 setup and you're going to do a $5,000 a month for a process. And you're only going to sell a lead management process. So that means an automated appointment setting system with an automated follow-up process for $5,000. Set that up for $5,000 and you're going to manage it for $5,000 a month. No 5-star reviews, no text back callback, no reactivation campaigns, no, none of that. Just a landing page, capture lead, automate the engagement, right? Automate the appointment setting, automate the follow-up for appointment, automate follow-up. That's it, one system, $5,000 a month, right? $5,000 to set up. Shared it with 3 people in the first week, in his first week ever, shared it with 3 people. One person said, that's an amazing idea, let's do it. Sold his first $5,000 deal in the first 7 days. That was a $60,000 deal the client signed up for a year. His second sale was shared it to a couple of other people and picked up a second sale. The second sale was bigger than the first sale, $10,000 a month for an integration of multiple services using White Label Suite. Both businesses plugging in White Label Suite, right? Straight away. He didn't have a landing page. He didn't have all his ducks in a row. All he had was an idea, and I'm going to share with you the process that I would go through if I was literally running out of the gate with this product or this service, so that you can do exactly the same thing. In fact, I'm going to create an offer. I'm giving you a couple of offers that I've created for you that we have used, that have worked in the marketplace. Now, we have a company. It's called Big Appointments. It started about 11 months ago. It started because I wanted to challenge myself and see how quickly we could build a team and build a fairly significant lead generation, lead management system using things like White Label Suite and Go High Level. And so now we're 42 clients in 11 months. Average client pays $8,000 a month. In fact, our average client's creeping up to about $12,000 a month, right? For lead management, leads in, right? And an automated system. That's it. That's all we do. And what I'm going to do a little bit later, I'm going to share with you where you can get some access to me. We're going to show you exactly what we did. I'm going to show you the game plan we used, the messaging that we used, the systems, the process, the scripting, the whole thing. In fact, it's happening today and tomorrow, where I literally open the kimono to exactly what we do to generate a multi-7-figure business. And we did that in 11 months, $370,000 a month in recurring revenue from scratch to 11. Now, here's the cool thing. We don't have a website. We don't have landing pages. We don't have blog posts. We don't have any social media messaging, nothing. We sell that entire system using a Google Doc and a PDF. That's it. We literally walk people through our sales process and we literally show them exactly what they want and we give them the option to buy. The system works so well that I gave this very system to the people that I coach in WS Unleashed. And a few of them copied my system word for word. They forgot to change words in the system. In fact, they even forgot to change the pricing because my pricing was pretty high. And I sent this out and they closed the deal within 20 minutes. So I know what we've built is really solid and it works really well in the marketplace. So a little later on, I'm going to show you where to get access to this training. It is happening in a couple of hours, in about 3 hours time, for 2 hours today and 2 hours tomorrow. And I'll literally unpack how to get to 7 figures. Then tomorrow, I'm going to unpack the exact process that we used to close $370,000 worth of sales in 11 months. Recurring. Fantastic. That's monthly recurring revenue, right? So right now, we're pretty close to a $4 million agency, and we're in not even year 1, right? Not even year 1, right? And that's growing, but I'll explain a little bit more about that. So today, I want to talk about offers. I want to talk about an offer that you can use very effectively to share what you do. I'm also going to ask you some questions. I'm going to ask you to do some things as well to participate in this activity because it's really important, right? At the end of the day, I want you to run out and do this. Now, a little while ago, like about a month ago, I did a series of trainings and we applied similar tactics and similar strategies I'm going to share with you today. And here's what happened from those trainings. More than 315 appointments were set in that week from those trainings. 315 appointments were set in the trainings, right? 11 people made money. In fact, one person closed $38,000 in a week, right? The average person was closing 2.5 to 3 grand sales in a matter of 72 hours, applying what I'm going to share part of today with you, right? It only works if you put it out there in the market. And this is if there's one thing that I want you to get out of your head, this is a mindset thing, right? Because it's always a zero-sum game. The number one thing is that you own something, or you believe that you have something that's pretty valuable, something that is an asset to the marketplace, right? You need to own that first, not the customer. You need to own it. You need to understand that what you have is incredibly valuable because it makes a difference. Some of my clients are closing $200,000-$300,000 a month in sales from white label suite leads and from the GHL setups, right? It's incredibly valuable, okay? You need to own that value first, not the market. Your customer will only see the value through your eyes. If you're not juiced about what you've got and what you do, it's impossible for anybody else to be juiced about it, right? You need to be sold first, or you need to sell yourself, because the opportunity you have in front of you is probably the most important opportunity right now in the marketplace, right? Purely because everybody right now, if anybody's experienced this, advertising costs are rising. They're not decreasing. The competition in advertising is increasing, not decreasing. Google added $22 billion in extra revenue sales for Google ads this last year, right? Another 20 billion. Back in 2008, it took them 3 years to add $20 billion. Now they're doing it in a year, in 1 year. That means advertising is recession-proof, right? If you're advertising, you're recession-proof, but the cost has gone up. The cost has gone up. Facebook ads, costs have gone up, right? TikTok ads, costs are rising. They're getting more and more expensive, right? Instagram ads, costs are rising, okay? So it's getting more expensive. So what you have an opportunity is, you have this idea of going to create what I call an account-based marketing opportunity, where you can pick and choose who your prospective customers are. And White Label Suite allows you to do that perfectly, right? Where you can use that as a resource and go to the market. Now, I want to address a couple of caveats and things that you need to be mindful of, right? We have clients where we're promising 1,000 leads a month. But when we go to look at the resource, there's not 1,000 leads available in the market, right? So then we've got to find 1,000 leads to fit. And here's the other thing I want to share with you. A lot of us are quick to go and give away a bucket load of leads, right? But the problem is there's only a certain, because of where markets or where businesses operate, there's only a certain amount of geography of where their clients exist. So rather than saying, I'm going to book in 100 leads or 200 leads or 1,000 leads a month, right? Think about a process or a strategy that's going to nurture clients for the business based on the available market. So we've switched from saying, we'll give you 1,000 leads a month to go, we're going to build a system that targets these specific clients in your market that you want to do business with, right? This is the power of White Label Suite. So the challenge is, and this is an inexperienced thing, but if you don't know business, most businesses can't handle 1,000 leads a month. You give a business 1,000 leads a month, they're going to burn 1,000 leads. They'll never contact them. They'll never reach out to them. They'll never engage them, not unless they've got a team, right? So there's two sides of this business. You can either sell White Label Suite as an affiliate and generate revenue by selling this to people. Great market value, by the way. There's huge opportunity in that, especially in the business, in the B2B market, tons of opportunity. Or you sell a setup and management service for clients. Because most clients, if you said, I'm going to plug in 1,000 leads, they wouldn't know what to do with them. They wouldn't know how to manage them. They wouldn't know, how that works. And to charge people $300 or $500 a month for said leads or under 1,000 a month is insanity. insanity, because in most cases, the clients you're dealing with at a B2B level are selling products or services that sometimes are worth tens of thousands of dollars. Right? One sale. You're going to sell something for $1,000 where only one sale is worth 10 grand. And if they made 5 or 10 sales, that's $50,000 to $100,000 for $1,000. Right? That's a massive return on investment. So you need to also understand the business that you're in and how much what you're charging is actually worth to a prospective customer. So I'm going to go through some offer stuff and some structure. I've got some offers that I've created for you. Feel free to screenshot because I would encourage you to do so, because you can use the offers. So make sure you take a screenshot of my slides. I know Walt and the team is recording this so that you'll be able to re-see the replay. But if you want to get started and kicked off straight after this training, then you can actually go and use the screenshots I'm going to share with you. So I'm going to walk you through. I'm going to open up my slides in just a moment. At the end of this, I know I'm going to be on the hour. We're going to fly through this fairly quickly because it's pretty simple. Once you get the concept and get the idea, you can literally leverage your messaging, go and get clients. I'm going to show you how to close a client a week today, right? Some of you will get a client by tomorrow if you apply this, okay? So I'm going to show you how to close the client a week. I'm going to walk you through 3 different models of an offer. I'm going to show you how to create a compelling offer based around a very simple concept. And I'm going to show you a napkin close, which is an easy way to demonstrate what you're doing, right? And show it to somebody and they'll go, yep, that's a great idea. No pitch deck, no sales presentation, just one diagram, one image. Do this thing, ask a person, what do they like about it? Ask them, why is that important to them? Then ask them, would you like to implement this with my team? And then you're going to say, I'm going to give this to you at mates rates, which is your full price, not discounted price, right? Full price, if you like this thing. And if you show that, whenever I've shown this to somebody, they'll go, we want that, we need that, that's what we want, that's what we're looking for, right? So I'm only going to give you what actually works. At the end of this, I'm going to invite you, if you want to join me in a few hours' time, I'm going to show you how to literally leverage a multi-7-figure business doing this, and show you behind the curtain of what we do and how we apply it, all the strategy. I'm going to show you everything. I'm going to show you the whole show, right? So I can't do better than give you what is actually generating revenue and working right now in this process. And for some of you, you're interested in joining me. I know a few people are looking to jump in. I'm going to share something with you at the end of this, and you're more than welcome to take advantage of some of the stuff that we're doing to leverage your businesses. So without further ado, let me open up my slides for you.
So guys, just while John gets the slides going, mate, and I'm just kind of giving you that time there. One of the things that's important that John just covered right at the start is the action takers are more likely to succeed than the ducks in a row people, right? And I know because I've been connected with a lot of you for a while. A lot of you are like, yeah, but I need to know how this works and how that. Like, guys, I just want to let you know one thing to, I guess, underpin and make sure that you know exactly how good this is. The white label suite and GHL collective backing of this is literally tens of thousands of agencies. Like I think there's 60,000 agencies in GHL right now. They are a billion-dollar company. There's so much support, technical backup, onboarding, help files, all of that kind of stuff. You can literally rest easy knowing that you might not know anything about white label suite or anything about GHL. You can rest easy knowing that if you make a sale to someone, you've made a sale with a company that has that billion-dollar backing, and there are thousands of people in the community that can fill in the dots for you. So why do I tell you that? Because rather than getting lost in how does it all, how do I set that up? How does all of this work? There are people that can do that for you for pennies on the dollar. Your most important job is getting face-to-face with an ideal client and presenting what John's about to show you right now, because that makes the wheels of economy turn. And all of the gaps that can be filled in, there are literally thousands of people that would love to fill it in for you, all right? So if you can make a sale of $5,000 setup and $5,000 a month management, somebody will happily be paid $2,000 a month to manage and run it all for you. They are the technical people. What you're seeing with John is the true value in the economics. All right. So John, let's jump in and show people how they can make this happen.
All right, let's rock and roll. So you can see my slide. Compelling offers. Yes.
Got it. Yep. Absolutely.
Good. Awesome. Okay. So how many clients do you want in the next 3 weeks, right? The key here is I'd like you to write down a dollar value of money that you want to bank in 3 weeks' time. So that's one thing I would like to do. Just very quickly on a blank sheet of paper, here's how much money I want to bank. Now, I'm using an example. Let's say I was going to bank $6,000 in 3 weeks, right? I'm just using that as an example. But you might say, I want to bank 10 grand. I want to bank 5 grand. I want to bank $1,000, whatever you want to bank, cash. So write the number down, right? Then what I want you to do is very quickly, what is your average deposit that you're going to collect per sale? And I need you to divide the average deposit by the dollar amount that you put down as what you want to bank in the next 3 weeks, right? So if you want to say, hey, I want to bank 6 grand and my average deposit is 2K, that means I need to get 3 clients within 3 weeks. That's 1 client per week, right? So I'd like to do that number, right? Very quickly. Now, if you want to, in the chat for the chat purposes, and Walter, if you can monitor this or just yell it out for me because I can't see it, type in how many clients you have to generate to bank that cash in 3 weeks' time. Just type it in the chat.
Let's go. So again, let's do the numbers. If you're banking your deposit, how much cash and therefore how many clients do we need? All right, John. So we've got 1, 3, 4, 3, 3, 4, 10.
Cool.
All right. So we've got we've got 1 a week. So that makes it 4. So roughly 3 or 4 clients, 3 clients, 10, 5, 3, 5, 5, 4.
For you to achieve that outcome, you've got to show what you do to 4 people to get 1 sale on average. That's 25%. Some of you are going to have a higher conversion rate, some of you have a lower conversion rate, but multiply your number by 4. And that will give you the number of people you need to engage over the next 3 to 4 weeks.
Great. So so we're just multiplying by 4, guys. So if you've written 3, your number's 12. If you've written 10, your number's 40. If you've written 5, your number's 20. All right. So guys, how many clients do you need to close? Multiplied by 4, that's how many people you need to put these offers in front of in the next 4 weeks. All right. So that then becomes literally the only thing that you should have up on your mirror in the morning. How many people you need to speak to in the next couple of weeks.
So here's the thing, right? If you want to close 3 to 5 deals a month, you only roughly need often between 12 and 16 appointments.
Beautiful.
In a month. That's like not even 1 appointment per day. That's like almost an appointment every other day. 3 appointments a week. If you dedicated an hour a day to generating 3 appointments a week, right? That's 20 hours over the course of the month. You should easily be able to generate an appointment every other day. You generate an appointment every other day, that's 3 to 5 sales. Now, if your pricing is 5K, right? That's $15,000 or so a month in recurring revenue that you add to your business if you keep playing that game. That's all you got to do. It's not a big thing, right? I just took my Ascending Champions. This is my high-level mastermind. This is the people who are in the 36K program, right? I've just taken those people through their numbers, and to hit a 7-figure run rate within from roughly where they're at to where they want to be at 7 figures in 11 months, right? They've basically got to close, some of them have got to close 1.5 clients a month to get there. Some people are going to average 2 clients a month to get there. Some people need 3 clients or 2.7. Nobody needs 4 clients to get $1 million revenue. They all need between 1 and 3 clients a month, and they'll close $1 million in sales in less than 11 months, right? That's all they've got to do. Now, to do that, they've got a minimum of 9 appointments a month. 9 appointments a month, that's like 2 appointments a week. It's crazy, right? Crazy to close those deals, right? So the numbers aren't that big. And the amount of energy and effort and work that it takes to make that work isn't that much. And the reason why I'm saying this is most people spend way too much time doing the wrong shit, right? Not, I had a person, I remember was on a webinar once, and this person had been following me for 2 years and, been watching my trainings. And I asked this person, I won't name any names, just in case they're here, but they've been watching my stuff for 2 years. And I asked the question, how long have you been running your agency for, right? And they went 2 years, right? And I said, great. So you've obviously made a lot of money in 2 years. right? How many clients are you managing right now? And the person came back to me and said, 0, right? And I said, well, how could you be in business for 2 years and not make any money? That's insane. I got to call bullshit, right? Most people spend so much time wasting their time doing things that are unnecessarily will not generate any income at all for your business. And that's why you don't make any money. The only primary objective all of you should have right now is every single day have one conversation with a business owner to say, hey, I'm really interested about what you do, how you do what you do, and how things are going. And more importantly, when you're into that conversation, they're going to switch the tables on you and they'll say, hey, Bob, that's really interesting. So what is it that you actually do? And then you're able to share what you do in alignment with what they've shared with you about what they're after in the business. Everybody wants leads. In fact, they don't want leads, they want sales. They want to close deals. That's what they want, right? But us in our world, we spend more time thinking about everything else than helping somebody buy what we have to offer. If we just shifted our energy to just that and did nothing else, 1 hour a day to make one appointment per day, that's it. I'm just going to go out to my office, follow up the office, ask them if they want to do an appointment. Do that for an hour a day. You'll have 20 opportunities a month. 20 opportunities, you're going to close 3 to 5 deals every single month. Do that 3 months in a row, and that will change your life. If you're charging an average of 3 to 5 grand, within 3 months, you're going to be charging $45,000 a month in recurring revenue, between 36 and 45 grand. That's 360,000 to $500,000 almost in revenue in 3 months, right? Where you place your attention and focus, that's where you're going to get your outcomes. You don't focus on talking to a customer about what you're doing today, you make no money. You are not in business. You're only in business when you cash money every week, every day. I used to have this thing called Make Every Day a Payday. A friend of mine, Alex Mondosian, who is the godfather of teleseminars or telewebinars, right? He used to sit there and say, John, what you want to do is you want to get in a business that pays you every single day. And I registered a domain called makeeverydayapayday.com, right? It took me 6 months of just focusing on making sure that happens. And for nearly 16 years, that's happened, that there is money being deposited in my bank account every single day. If you're not depositing cash, you're not in business, right? You need to be depositing cash every week, every month, every quarter. Otherwise, you're not in business, right? So be in business, be a business owner. Don't be a freelancer, don't be a newbie, don't be just starting out. What are you? You own a business that does this thing, okay? So if your average conversion is 25%, 1 in 4 of those people you speak to will close. Now, some cases, if you're really good at this, you're going to close 1 in 3 or 1 in 2. You'll get there a lot faster. But if you play this game, you're going to make money. Don't play this game and you'll go broke, right? So what is the coolest thing about what you offer? What I'd like you to do very quickly, I'm going to give you 30 seconds. What do you like about what you offer? What do you like about offering white label suite leads to people? What do you like about automating sales, managing automations with leads? What do you like about it? What do you like about this? What's good about it? What's cool about it? I want you to write down some bullet points. It'd be really good if you can type into the chat and share with me, what do you think is so cool about white label suite?
So I'll let everybody have a couple of seconds. Mine are, it helps businesses grow. That's my altruistic thing, but it's easy to sell, which means it's money for me. So Nate says it's set and forget. Ron says it's a time saver. Kyle says every day is a payday. So guys, what do you like about what you sell? And the time, to be honest, I like it because it helps me make money. All right, great. Maya says it's a solution. This is what
A
we
solution
like.
to what? So the more specific, when you say to somebody and say, hey, I love white label suite because it's a solution, go to a complete stranger in business, walk up to them, stare them in the face and say, hey, just want to let you know, white label suite, it's a solution, right? What's exciting about it? Get clear. Talk to people about the cool shit that this is. Don't tell people, oh, it's cool shit. What about it is so cool? Be specific. What do you like about it? There's a reason you're attracted to the product. I was attracted to the product because I could dump thousands of leads into a CRM and start spamming the shit out of them and go and make freaking millions of dollars.
Beautiful.
That's what got me excited about it. My excitement was the fact that I could just literally cash.
Now we're getting there. Peter says
Right?
it serves other businesses, it creates profit, and it's easy to make money. I can help businesses make money, says Rob. Niche verticals make it easier because you know how to speak to the market. On-demand sales opportunity every single day, says Jamie. Perfect. Now we're talking.
Hallelujah. Now we're talking, right? So this is the thing, the more excited about what you've got, the more likely you are to share. If I said, what's the coolest thing that's ever happened to your life? All of you could tell me a story. What's the coolest experience you've ever had? All of you, your eyes would light up, your voice would start to lighten up and heighten. You'll actually stand up, open your lungs, and you'll start to talk excitedly about the cool stuff, right? You'd be able to tell a story. You need to tell this story, right? Because you're talking to business owners, right? Next, I want you to write down very quickly. You got 30 seconds. Who do you believe will get the most benefit from this? When you say business owners or small businesses, what types of small businesses? Contractor businesses, plumbers, accountants, insurance brokers, engineers, manufacturing, location, retail, factory direct. Like, write down the businesses that you believe would benefit from what you've got, just very quickly. Even if you just write 3, 1, 2, 3, you got less than 30 seconds to do it. Ultimately, what you want to do is you want to come up with a list of 30 businesses. And the businesses that you want to talk to or start to look for, and when you start searching, are businesses who are already spending money on marketing. So anybody running a Google ad, B2B, is your prospective customer. Anybody running Facebook ads, B2B, is your prospective customer. Anybody running Instagram, TikTok, anybody that's trying to make sales to a human being, right, spending money, that's your customer. We want to find 30 of those businesses, and we want to reach out to them, because if we're only talking to 30 people over the next couple of weeks, I'll guarantee you're going to close 3 sales. The key here is you want to be the woodpecker, right, and tap on the head and say, hey, are you open to an idea? Are you open to an idea? Hey, you haven't heard me. Are you open to this idea? That's what we're going to get to in the offer, right? So on a couple list of 30 people, you want to reach out to them with the following offer, right? Here's the thing. I want to change the game. Fastest way to acquire clients is an outbound account-based marketing strategy. I have 267 market qualified leads. I have 200 market qualified leads. I have 100 market qualified leads, meaning the decision maker, the type of business you're looking to engage with, size of business that purchase your product or your services. You're going to source those leads out, look at the business, say, okay, let's look at the market. How many businesses can I get in White Label Suite that would be the types of businesses that these people would like to connect to? And there might be 100 or 200 or 3, there might be 1,000. It doesn't matter what the number is. But I've got this many people, right? I'd like to share your product or your service with those businesses by automating an outbound indoctrination campaign and warm them up into requesting a meeting to create an opportunity to request an estimate from you, or
Guys, get your
to
screenshots
request a
going.
purchase, right? And that's not art. That should be, are you open to collaborating with me to engage those customers? This is the easiest sales pitch on the planet. Easiest sales pitch. I found these people, decision maker in this market. Are these the type of people you want to do business with? Would you like to collaborate with me and indoctrinate them and open the door to them having an appointment with you? That's it. This is the only offer you want to be sending out 100 times a day, right? If you did this to 30 people, some people are going to go, yeah, I'm interested. Let's have a look. What you got, right? This is the offer, okay? So I want to change the game. Fastest way to acquire clients is an outbound account-based marketing strategy. I've got 267, 100, whatever the number is, qualified, meaning market qualified, meaning decision maker, type of business you're looking to engage with, the size of business that purchases your product or service. I'd like to share your product or service with those businesses by automating an outbound indoctrination campaign and warming them up into requesting a meeting to create an opportunity to request an estimate or a purchase for sales. Are you open to collaborating with me to engage those customers? This is the only offer you want to send out. I'll show you a couple others, but this is the one that I would lead with. All right. Just talk to them and say, hey, if I could find 200 or 300 people that fit this criteria, and there was a way to engage these people, start a relationship, getting the door, are these types of business you want to do business with? Yes. So there was an accounting firm that I sat down with about 4 weeks ago, and I said, dude, what's the best client for you? He says, well, in fact, the best clients are other accounting firms. When you say other accounting firms, are you talking about Joe Schmo, the single operator account? No. I'm talking firms with at least 10 partners. Great. So if I was to give you, let me have a quick look. So I'll go to White Label Suite and I'll look at accounting firms in his location. And funnily enough, there was about 117 accounting firms in his location, right? Now I said, of the 117, I just need to go to the accounting association and look for accountants that fit the criteria of more than multiple partner accounting firms. Of 117, 37 of them were multi-partner accounting firms. Of the 37, the average sale for this person was about $50,000, right? And I said, you know what? Do you reckon we could get 3 or 4 of these in the next 3 or 4 weeks to become your client? That's like adding 150, 100, 200 grand to your business. What if we started a process of introducing ourselves? What you've got is pretty compelling. You've got a great offer. What if we introduced? What if we just like gave them points on things they might be interested in? And what if we just opened the door to setting up an appointment? Right? And he looked at me and said, "We can do that." I said, "Yeah, we've got this tool, right? And we can set up some automation." And we, at the end of the day, we're talking about 37 people. We should be able to at least get to speak to maybe 10 of those over the course of the month, because you've got a great offer. It's relevant to the market. It's for accounting firms of this size. So I would imagine they would be, the outcome of the offer was pretty cool, right? It was a great offer. What do you think? And he went, "That's a great idea," right? 3 clients in the first 2 weeks, $150,000 out of 37 leads at a white label suite, right? So are you open to an idea? This is what this means. Okay, so crafting an offer that converts. I just want to quickly go. First consideration with crafting an offer is the understanding your avatar, how they'll benefit the most from your offer. Who will benefit the most from what you do? How do they benefit from what you do, right? So this is what you want to do. There's this thing. It's a matrix. I'd like to credit who came up with this matrix. I think it was actually Dan Sullivan from Strategic Coach. So frustrations, wants, fears, and aspirations. I'm going to use an example, physical therapy. It's a market that we built a $60 million a year agency out of within 7 years. And this is what we did to find the best offer for these people. So frustrations, their frustrations were doctor referrals were dropping month by month. They weren't getting as many referrals, competition opening around them, eating up the local market. So osteopaths, other types of services that were local health services are dropping in, chiropractors, that sort of stuff, eating up competition. New patient flow was sporadic, not consistent. Things were dying. So what do they want? Right? They don't have to rely on referrals. Can they go direct to patient, direct to market? Become a recognized expert in the community, so they become first choice for healthcare in the community. Having a predictable automated system to bring 30 plus new patient opportunities per month guaranteed. Would that be helpful and useful over and above what you're doing right now? Right? So from frustration, if we keep doing the frustration, we end up with these fears, right? So if we don't get those leads, we don't get those patients, we don't do the things we need to do, slowly seeing patient numbers drop along with revenue, downsize the practice and lay people off. We've got to close the practice and go and work for the competition, right? The aspirations, if we did the other things, is what happened. You hire a new team to scale the practice. You spend less time in treatment, you enjoy this sexy practice, you open up new locations, you serve a wider community, right? We want to talk, what people do is they get stuck in the fears and frustrations. What we want to talk is about what the outcomes are, the wants and aspirations, right? So list the features and the benefits of what they are that you deliver. I'm going to use this as an example, right? So a feature is we can create an offer, right? We optimize your ad campaign. We give you a landing page. We manage leads, right? So what is the benefit of these things? Well, if we create a great offer, we can improve the conversion or convert opportunities. If we optimize your CAD campaign, we can set the campaign up for best performance. If we give you a landing page, we can capture leads. If we put lead management in, every lead is managed in real time, meaning that we're going to open the door, speed to lead to more sales, right? So what is the benefit of benefit? And this is what you want to lead with. So the benefit of the create an offer is it qualifies the prospects and gives you a better lead quality, right? We optimize your ad campaign. You get better results and accountability tracking on ad performance, meaning we can improve that performance. We give you a landing page. We create a series of emails to maximize sales conversions when we capture those details on those landing pages. Lead management, every lead's managed in real time. So we follow up, we convert, we track, right? If we're talking to the customer about our offer, we want to talk about the benefit of the benefit, not the feature, not the benefit. What is the ultimate outcome and ultimate result? So I'll give an example, right? There was a printing company, right? Their average sale was roughly about 10 grand. So this is a commercial printing business. So I basically said, look, over and above what you want to do, how much you want to increase revenue for the business? And they said, well, we want at least, we want to see a 30% increase in our sales in the printing side. Okay, great. What does that constitute? He says, like, it's $1 million, right? I said, so you've got to basically get 100 accounts. That's roughly 10 accounts a month. You've got 5 salespeople. That's 2 accounts per salesperson per month over a 10-month period. And over and above what you're doing right now, that adds $1 million of revenue. Now, if we put in a system in place that actually reached out to your prospective market, the people who benefit the most from what you do. And we were able to open the door to more bids for more printing projects. And let's say in your case, you're looking at a 1 in 5 conversion, which means per account person, we've got to give 200, we've got to get 200 bids a month to close this out, right? If we get 200 bids a month to your salespeople, you're going to get those 10 sales, right? And so over the course of the year, this adds $1 million. But if we kept that system going for the next 3 years, that's $3 million worth of revenue. Let me ask you this question. If we built a strategy or a system that added $3 million worth of revenue over the next 3 years, over and above what you're doing, what do you think we should do about that plan, right? The outcome, the benefit of the benefit is the ultimate leveraged prize. Because he's thinking, oh, every month or every year. But what if we multiply that, right? Is that the benefit? The ultimate benefit is, and my next question is, what are you going to do with all that cash, right? So that's how you build an offer. Simple offer. I have 273 market qualified leads that I would love to share your product or service with. Are you open to selling to them, right? Let me close some sales for you. Can we get on the phone and have a quick chat, right? Your sales opportunity cost is the greatest immediate increase. Cash flow acquisition cost strategy. Can I show you how you can get your hands on it? Reply yes to this email, right? What I'm talking about here is if a business closes 2 deals out of every 10, they lose 8 deals. So let's say the deal is 10 grand, right? So you make $20,000, but you lose $80,000 in sales opportunity, the opportunity cost. If I helped you convert 1 more client to go from 2 in 10 to 3 in 10, I've effectively increased your revenue by 50% just by getting 1 more sale, right? So what if we talked about in a reactivation campaign? What if we talked about indoctrination? What if we talked about adding leads over and above to the leads you've already got right now as part of the process, right? That's why this offer works. You're spending a ton of money on advertising, burning leads that are sales waiting to be closed. I can talk to you, can I talk to you about this, right? Never lose a sales opportunity by automating your follow-up. Okay, stop bleeding sales in your business. How many sales have fallen through the cracks? How much revenue do you think you've lost? I'd love to get that back for you. Can we hop on a quick call? Right? Stop burning leads, start converting sales. I want to show you a simple system that will double your sales conversions. Right? So, what is the problem? What is the framework? What is the solution? This is the napkin close. Right? So, let's say I'm a roofing company. So what are my problems? I'm not connecting enough with sales opportunities. There are not enough appointments. We need to get better qualified leads. It seems that we're attracting tire kickers, right? So if this is my problem, what is the problem? So you can sit there and say, look, let's nut it out here. What's the real deal here? If you say leads suck, why do they suck? Well, they suck because they're not qualified. Okay, great, not qualified leads. Why else do they suck? Well, they're really expensive to acquire. Okay, really super expensive to acquire. Why else do they suck? Well, we don't seem to be attracting the right type of people. Okay, why else? And I would just list down all the things of why it would suck, right? So then what's the opposite, right? If you're not connecting with our sales opportunities, what if you had a fully automated lead engagement, lead management, and appointment setting system, right? Do you have that right now? They go, no, I don't. Right, great. Every lead will be messaged and contacted immediately in real time to maximize conversion, speed to lead, right? This eliminates some of these problems, right? You've got 20 to 30 appointments scheduled in your calendar, and you'll be able to track and measure those results in real time. Would that be helpful? Is this the thing that you want, the promise, right? They go, yep, that's what I want. So, okay, what does it look like to get this thing, right? So you need to engage, you need to manage and qualify leads, and you need to schedule appointments. Right. And so what we're going to do is you've got an offer and you have an optimized outbound campaign that you run. You manage the leads in a CRM, a system that manages those leads in real time. You email and text message those people in real time. You schedule an appointment, right? And you follow up and confirm. So effectively, you've got an outbound lead engagement and a management appointment system. Now, let me ask you, if we were to put this system in place, Mr. Business Owner, what do you think the result would be over and above what you're doing right now? What increase do you believe would happen? Oftentimes when I ask this question, people will come up with numbers like 20%, 30%. Some people will say 40, 50%. And I'll say, great, what does 30% represent to you? And some people might say, well, that's like 50 grand a month to us. So that's $600,000 a year, 50 grand a month. So over the next 3 years, you're telling me that if we implemented this system, that you would add $1.8 million in revenue to your business. Tell me what you like about this idea. And they're going to tell you what you like about this idea. And then say, why is that important to you? And I'll say, this is why that's really important to you. And say, what do you think we should do with this plan? You think we should implement it? And they go, yeah. Now, could you do this yourself? They go, no. You got the team? No. You got the resources? No. So can I walk you through what it'd be like for us to implement this process? And they go, yeah, sure. Great. And you know what? Because you've given me the time and you've been very kind and generous with being very specific about what you're looking for, I'll even offer to you at mates rates. And your mates rates or family friends rates is your full rate right now. It's not a discounted rate. In fact, you should be doubling your prices and that's your mates rates. Then you'll be charging the right price at discounted prices, right? Show people this and you can literally sell. I've sold so many deals just doing this. No pitch deck, no anything, and just say, look, your investment's going to be X amount of dollars and that's it. Right? Take a screenshot and start showing people. Ask them, tell me, let's get into the nitty-gritty of what's not working the way you want it to work. And then write it down. Say, okay, look, on the opposite side, you want the opposite thing to happen. What is the opposite thing? And they list out all the opposite things. So great, let's draw the picture. So what you're saying is you want to do this, this, and this. Yep. Does that make sense? That makes sense to me. So let's map it out. This is what's not happening. But what happens when this happens? You get this outcome. Now let me ask you this question. What do you think? What percentage of growth rate would you incur if you implemented this right now, but you don't have it? They go, game changer, double my business, blah, 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 whatever that number is. And say, what's the number that's attached to that? And so, oh, it's like 50 grand, 100 grand a month. 100 grand a month, great. You're telling me this system, if you had it over now, conservatively, you're saying 100 grand a month. That's 1.2 million, 3.6 million next 3 years. Let me ask you this question. Tell me what you like about this. Tell me why that's important to you. Now, do you want to do this? Do you want to see what this looks like? And they go, yeah. So can I walk you through how a team can put this together for you? Yeah. Oftentimes it costs you one client. Let's play client casino. You give me one customer, I give you 5 to 10 back. Deal? As long as you're getting more than I'm getting, are you happy? And they're going to go, yeah, that's a no-brainer offer. That's how you close deals using this framework, right? So other ways to find great offers for your market, very simple. Google is Google best offers for plumbers, architects, accountants. Go and look at places that run offers like Groupon, mail.com. There's a whole bunch of places where you can find amazing offers. But I find the best offers come from your clients. I often say, you've obviously run a successful campaign in the past. What's the best offer you've ever run that you got the most results for? And they'll tell you what it is. And then you say, are you still running this offer? And they go, no. And you go, why don't you run it? Oh, we got tired of it. Did the client get tired of it? No. You can reactivate offers that already work. You don't need to come up with an offer. Your client will come up with the best offer, right? Look at offers in Google Images for bigger companies. I found an amazing converting offer for a fitness company by LA Fitness. LA Fitness spent $20 million testing offers for gyms, their gyms, in the marketplace. Why would I reinvent the wheel? These offers work. You wouldn't spend $20 million if they were failing. They spent $20 million on offers that worked. Right? Top 100 sales headlines, case study, marketing profs, marketing Sherpa. You can find amazing offers to the market. Now, here's a compelling offer. Take a screenshot. Here's how I can double your number of clients, right? Starting now. Would you like me to give you a plan to double your clients every single month for free, right? I'm happy to help you design a custom marketing plan for your business, identify your perfect target market, show you how to have them coming to you, asking you to help them. This way, you'll be able to get to more clients without having to talk to tire kickers or unrealistic people who want to waste your time. I offer this service because I'm a consultant specialized exclusively in your type of business to attract and secure more clients and cases, right? And there's a good possibility that your market, large pocket of underserved prospects who would be very responsive to the marketing plan I'll be giving to you for free. If you find the plan that I create for you valuable, you might wish to become my client. If that's the case, my rates start at $3,500 a month, right? However, with that said, please understand that I'm not offering you a sales pitch in disguise. I promise not to pressure you or pester you in any way at all. In fact, if you feel that I've wasted a second of your time, let me know and I'll immediately write you a check for $200 to compensate you for your time. But before we go any further, you need to know that I can't help everyone, right? I can only help be of benefit to your business. One, you're very well respected and that you've got integrity in your business, right? Number two, that you're willing to promote your business. You're willing to invest in your business, right? Number three, that you're able to help the clients I'm going to send you or give to you or market to for you, right? And then here's what to do next. Schedule a planning session with me, entering your details below. Once we select a time, we're going to get together, do some research and give you a plan. If you decide to take me up on buying my offer, I have 473 business owners in your location that I would love to promote your product to. Are you open to adding an abundance of new clients to your business? Make this offer to as many people as possible. You will make sales. right? If you haven't screenshot it, you'll watch the recording. So this is my methodology. I've used this methodology for years. The person that I learnt this from is a friend of mine called Dan Kennedy, one of the greatest direct response marketing people on the planet. He was a person that I actually hired. I spent $140,000 for Dan Kennedy to write a sales letter for me. And it was a game changer in my business. But the methodology is pretty simple. You make the offer first. Surf subject line. Hey, quick question. This is your offer. Hey, quick question. I've got an idea. I found 230 market qualified leads in the market. Are you open to marketing those leads, right? Second, hey, I didn't hear back from you. I said I found 275 qualified leads. I'd like your product. I think your product would serve this market. Are you open to us collaborating, working in the market? Third message, I would like to know what you think about the idea of taking advantage of my 235 market qualified leads, right? Last message, hey, are you still interested in taking advantage of opening your product or your service to my 273 market qualified leads, right? Hey, I didn't hear back from you, right? I didn't hear back from you as your last email. And all you got to do is refine, repeat. Simple method, 4 emails and you follow up. 4 emails and you follow up, right? If you do this, you'll make sales. So messages, there's 2 messages I'm going to share with you. Number 1, I'm looking for, right? Email, text, offer, right? I'm running a cool thing in which this month, and I'm looking for accounting clients, plumbing clients that want to get X results guaranteed in the next 90 days. Are you interested? Send me a quick text back, 90 days. Let's chat. This message works. You can text it, post it in Facebook. We had one person actually on the last call post this message in a Facebook group, closed $1,000 for a strategy session, right? Hey, we're doing this thing, right? Very cool. Next one, 9-word email or text. Some examples. Hey, are you still looking for leads? Are you still looking for automation? Are you still looking for whatever it is? Or have your priorities changed? Or you can say, hey, are you interested? I have 273 construction company CEOs as market qualified leads to make a new sales offer to this month. Are you interested? Right? Really simple offer. So in about an hour's time from now, if you go to b2bsalesunleashed.com, I'm going to do a live training. This live training is for people who actually want to aspire to build a 7-figure plus business. Day 1, I'm going to show you exactly what it takes to get that done. I'm going to show you exactly step by step. If you follow the process I'm going to share with you, you will hit 7 figures within a year or less, right, to do that. Day 2, I'm going to open the kimono and show you exactly what we did to generate $361,000 in monthly recurring revenue in the last 11 months. From scratch. I'm going to show you our plan. I'm going to show you the scripts. I'm going to show you the offers. I'm going to show you what we did, how it worked, how we targeted the niche, the whole lot, and how we make the offer, how we close the deal. I'm going to show you that whole process, right? So if you want to join that training, it is free. If you go to b2bsalesunleashed.com. Now, some people might be asking, John, can we get a recording of that training? And my answer is no, because I'm actually sharing some of my own intellectual property that has generated $361,000. And that shouldn't be free, right? So if you want to come along, it's today and tomorrow. It's these 2 days, right? So I'm going to stop right there. I've got about 2 minutes.
You've done well, mate. You've nailed it in the time. So guys, b2bsalesunleashed.com. That is John's unbelievable free workshop, mate. And again, I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for running that for everybody on how you've created incredible results, and people can just follow along with you. So that's a 2-day workshop where you can literally just come along and get John Logar working with you for free. So John, there's a couple of questions there. I think, Nate, you've got a question there. What's the best niche? What's your favorite offer? And Ron asked, do you do that napkin close face-to-face on a call, or what's your style? So do you have time to answer just those two?
Face-to-face. Yeah, you can do it face-to-face or you can do it on a call. It doesn't matter. I've even done it on chat. I've even done that on chat, like no call, no conversation. I've literally just shown the image through message, through text.
I love that.
And
it's like,
what's
the problem? What's the opposite of that problem? What do we need to go from here to there? You've shown us that multiple times. And every time I see it, I go, that's the way that business owners think. So sitting down in a consultative role and saying, what problems are you facing? Okay, if the opposite of that was true, and if we could make those problems go away, what does that look like? Okay, cool. To get from here to there this is my strategy. Are you open to working with it to see how it runs for you? Guys, I think one of the most important things that every time I come on with John, we get the understanding of is that what you have in your hands, you might go high level, you might pay white label suite a combined, I don't know, $500 a month for or whatever. And you feel like I need to charge 197 a month, or I'm out there talking, trying to get a client at 97 bucks a month. Let me tell you straight up, as soon as you get a $97 a month client, you will go broke because it's not enough money to pay your staff, and you need to constantly get the next one, and you just run into this fulfillment trap. Over and over and over, I've said, if you can charge that setup fee and then a monthly fee that is significant, you are going to explode your business. And the reality is, if you've got a client paying you $5,000 a month, you've got enough room to help them get their results.
Mm-hmm. The other thing I want to say to answer the first question, what's the best market? The best market is one that you have familiarity with first. Markets that you have an understanding of, that they're the markets I would choose. If you don't know anything about the market, then that's not the best market, right? If I said right now, I know the hottest market right now is people who are selling money. That's the hottest market, hottest niche. But unless you know about their business, how they run their business, how they get their clients, how they do business, what their sales cycles are, unless you know all of that, it's going to be near on impossible for you to close a client. The best market is a market you already know. And I'm going to share this with you. Every single market right now, every niche has an agency, a marketing agency that's doing more than $100 million in that niche, right? The market cap for chiropractic is $39 billion. There are thousands of agencies, right, that are serving the chiropractic niche, right? Now, I have a client, I have a person who's in that niche, and they said, you know what, I want to switch niches. I think I've tapped out. They've tapped out at $1.8 million. And I said, dude, it's a $39 billion fucking industry. How are you capped out at 1.8 million? Why would you go and start a whole new, it took you a year and a half to get here. Now we're going to spend another year and a half to go on a whole new niche, a whole new strategy, no, you just need to do what you do to get 1.8 million to turn that into 2.6 million. And then to turn that into 5.2 million, right? Because you already know the answers to the questions, the problems. You're already serving a market. Serve markets you have familiarity with. Don't serve markets you know nothing about. But if you want to serve markets you know nothing about, join me now, today and tomorrow. I'll show you how to get into markets, how to be an expert in a market really fast that you know about, and how you can get sales. But if you want to generate sales, go and make those offers today, right now, right? You should be doing business today, not tomorrow, not the next day, not the day after that. You should be open for business today. Anybody not accepting money in their bank account, if you're not accepting money, then I understand that you are not in business. But if you are able to accept cash, right, today, then you need to go and talk to somebody about it. So share these offers with people and ask them what they think about it, and then elaborate. I'll show you some cool stuff in the other training in about an hour's time.
Amazing. So 57 minutes, guys. You've got John as a absolute free workshop on how to build your GHL and sales generating business, hand holding all the way with one of the most incredible trainers online, and it's free. B2BSalesUnleashed.com. Starting in about 53 minutes, John, I'll let you go and grab a drink and a coffee and all that kind of stuff. Thanks very much, mate, for coming on. Guys, don't forget, the more you share your offer, the more money you'll make. The only way that you won't make money is if you keep it to yourself. Let's go. Let's get out there. John, great to see you guys. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks,
Look forward to seeing you on the next call.